Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are taking a look at October 2023 to see what messages or advice comes through the cards in this pick a card reading. Do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and know that there's a message intended for you in these readings. This video is kindly sponsored by Madam Glam New York, everything you love at your fingertips. If you have been following my videos for a while, you will recognize Madam Glam. They have been sponsoring me and I appreciate it because I absolutely love their product. It does what it's advertised as, and it is just a company that I love to back because they are vegan, cruelty free. They are 21 free, meaning they are free from 21 of the most harmful chemicals found in nail polish, and they are palm oil free. And these are 3 of the new polish colors, the soak off gels that are in their House of Mystery collection. So I have been loving personally the shadows. It is on my nails currently. Look at the bottle, very easy to use. I love that you can see the color right at the top there. Then we have the Witching Hour, which is like a very warm pink, almost mauve color. And then this is really cool. So this is a tortoise shell no wipe top coat, meaning you don't have to use the alcohol wipes on the top after it's cured. But this is called the Moon House, but it is like a tinted top coat color. It's so fun. So I'll show you what they look like. This is just the top coat by itself with a base coat. I have 2 of the top coats on there just to show you how tinted it is. But you can create some really cool nail art with that top coat. So I've added a couple different colors. This is the top coat on a dark red called High Roller, which is not in the collection, but I wanted to see if I could create that tortoise shell look, and it really does with that color. I also used a lighter purple called French Valley to create this ombre effect with the shadows and have a little twilight feel. I love that. I wish I could have done it on my nails. I don't trust myself enough. But this is the Witching Hour and shadows with just a really basic nail art look. And then I used the High Roller and the Witching Hour on ombre and the no wipe top coat on top. And it created that really cool tortoiseshell look. And then I did the shadow background, did the metallic on top powder rub thing that I tried out, and it's a little witch hat with the shadows. So that was a fun little challenge, but absolutely love this. It's a product that does what it says it's going to do. And it's a nail polish that lasts, and I love what the company is all about. And if you love nail art, if you love nail polish in general, gel nail polish, this is a really good quality brand that I use all the time. And they are phenomenal enough to give us a coupon code for 35% off your order if you choose the pay-as-you-go method. But check out the VIP as well so that you can save even more money if you are someone who really enjoys this product and likes to purchase a lot of nail product. Thank you so much to Madam Glam for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love, love, love these colors. Check out the new House of Mystery collection on their site and see what other fun colors they have. There's some really good ones. And thank you so much to you guys for watching this and knowing that sponsors like this help me create more content for you guys quicker. All right, back to the video. We do have 3 piles. The timestamps for each will be down in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment by me. All I ask you to do before choosing a pile or a crystal is to get into a calm, quiet space, take a few deep breaths, and really let your intuition pick the pile or the tarot deck or the crystal in front of you. And if you want to pick all of the piles, you can do so too. A lot of the times there's messages for everybody in them. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at these piles. So group number 1 is going to be the Trick or Treat Tarot, and it's also this Howlite Snake. Group number 1. Group number 2 is the Spoopy Tarot, and it is this Clear Quartz Skull. group number 2. And group number 3 is the Hocus Pocus Tarot, or this broom. This is the Moss Agate broom. Group number 3. All right, and they all have the same oracle decks in the piles. It's just the tarot decks that are different. And if you need to meditate on these piles or crystals, you can do so now and pause the video. If not, I will see you in your particular group. Hello, my group number 1s, those of you who chose the Trick or Treat Tarot and the Howlite Snake. We're going to see what messages you've got for the month of October. First with the tarot, and then we're going to go into the oracle cards. Okay, so first up, we're going to see the overall message for October, and it is the Ace of Wands. Love that. And then the last tarot card is going to represent the advice, how to move through this energy. And we've got the 8 of Swords. Okay. So please forgive my voice. I'm still recovering. Yay. So I do apologize if I sound funky, but let's get into it. So remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. But for the overall message for October, we've got some new inspiration, new beginnings, and new opportunity coming your way. This is definite passion and drive, putting forth that into your work. This could be confidence, like finding new confidence in yourself and your abilities and your skill set to create, setting goals, having the courage to just do it and just move forward and just create. Very exciting. I feel like the month of October, you're finally getting that spark that you need to complete the idea or start that idea that you've always wanted to do. Because this advice here, so the 8 of Swords is normally like you're feeling trapped, you're feeling mind blocked, or like a creative block. You're feeling like you're in your own way. Like you're feeling like you've got a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of like negative self-worth. But it's something that you could overcome. So the advice for this is we're going to be overcoming all of that here in October. We just need to get out of our own way. We need to get out of the mindset of this could never happen for me. I could never do that. What if nobody likes this? Or what if nobody likes me or what I produce? What I want to reiterate, because I know I've said this in other videos and readings, is the answer is always no if you never ask the question. So this is like you're putting up a wall and roadblocks in front of you without even, like, before you even start, right? So this is saying you need to get out of your own way. You need to somehow figure out a way to just go with the flow with this. And yes, I know easier said than done, but sometimes we need to like tell our inner monologue to shut up. So for instance, this idea, this opportunity, this new beginning, this new creative spark, depending on where you are at in this reading, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you do for profit or for a side hustle or a new business. This could literally just be you going out and doing something new. Experiencing something new, a new hobby, like you could take up a dancing class. And sometimes it's hard to get out of our own way of like, oh, what if nobody likes me? Or what if I can't do it and I look like a fool? Again, if you feel like something is going to light you up and make you feel passionate again about the world, about yourself, about everything, do it. Go for it. Try it out. Because the worst thing that you can do is have regret for the things that you couldn't do, or you didn't do, I should say. So if at the time you want to take a salsa class, you want to take a hip hop dance class, you want to, try Zumba, whatever it is, I'm just throwing out ideas here that are popping in my head. Try it. If you have the ability to do so and that's something that you want to do, get out of your own way. Be authentically yourself and people will flock to you. People will appreciate what you bring to the table. The answer is always no if you never ask the question. So if you never even try, if you never step out and attempt something, then of course you're never going to see any feedback. You're never going to see any revenue, any of that, right? We have to start somewhere. The greatest artists had to first put paint to the canvas, right? So this is saying you're going to be overcoming this mental block, these obstacles that you are putting in your head. But this could also be now you're freed up. Now things are moving out of your way for you to create and be in this energy. There are new opportunities coming your way in the month of October because there's a new mindset here for you. You're setting intentions, you're setting goals for yourself. There's things that you want to do, want to create. And you now know that you can do that. You can get out of your own way, and you can also know who those people were stepping in, blocking you as well, right? I feel like there's some shadow work that was done. You were processing some things, and now you're seeing how you can progress forward. Because this Eight of Swords energy, this is a very big energy, very heavy energy. And a lot of it has to do with self-doubt and negative self-talk. So when I say get out of your own way, that's what I mean. Like, don't put parameters on what you can and can't do if you haven't even given yourself the opportunity to try. So let's keep going. Let's go into your Halloween Oracle first. First up, we've got the Underworld. So where all things pause and begin again. So, of course, this makes me think of Hades and Persephone with that pomegranate and the underworld. So I was just talking about shadow work, and this, to me, has all the vibes of you were doing some shadow work. I do feel like you already know what this Ace of Wands is for you, what this opportunity or new beginning or creative idea is. And you did a lot of processing in order to get to this point where you want to try, you want to do the thing, you want to create. Because I almost feel like a lot of you went through kind of like a dark night of the soul. There was a lot of like processing emotions, processing some stuff that maybe you haven't processed in a while. Maybe it was a lot of emotions dealing with your self-worth and your validation and your creativity in general. And so you put a lot of things on the back burner and your creativity on a back burner and what you were bringing to the table because you were processing a lot of this, and now you're ready. Now you're ready to begin again. I love that this is so similar in the vibes of what we're going on. It's like really good confirmation here for what this energy is that I'm feeling. So like Persephone, there's that cycle with her, right? Where she goes down with Hades for half the year and then she goes back above for the other half, where it's almost like there's that rest period too, where you kind of have to be in hermit mode and take a look at what's going on and process all of those things and those shadows and those things that bring about that self-worth image, right? And then you go back up and you're allowing yourself to socialize and be out in the world and allow yourself to see how that processing has created a new perception of yourself. And that perception allows the world to mirror that back to you. Remember, the universe is kind of like a big mirror, and it's that like attracts like. So if you are constantly telling yourself that you aren't deserving, you're not worthy, you can't do this, you could never do this, the universe will mirror that back to you because it is that energetic exchange. So instead, when you start believing in yourself and when you say that I'm worthy and I deserve this and I earned this and I love this and I'm accepted and I, fill in the blank, the universe is going to start reflecting that back to you. So I think this is like that process that you went through. And maybe some of you are still there, but you know exactly where you want to go now. These setting intentions and goals for yourself. You're ready to move forward. I'm getting a lot of drive and determination with this. I'm getting a lot of like, I've got this, I can do it now vibes. And I'm here for that for you guys. I think this is fantastic. We all as human beings have these time frames and time periods in our life where we have to kind of have our hermit mode and go within to figure out why we are feeling a certain way, why we are allowing certain people and relationships to have an effect on us, or effect on our talents. And we then process and we come out of it with a better perception of ourselves, and how we also get those tools to help regulate and help understand that we are all inherently worthy. And our last one here is Barmbrack, Sweetness and Synergy. Okay, I love this too. I love the little jack-o'-lanterns. So this is the time where you get to kind of reap the rewards. You get to feel like you're on the correct wavelength here, the correct route, because you're in your power now. You're not allowing yourself to do all of that self-doubt, negative self-talk, etc. And when you do that, when we're talking about the universe here, where like attracts like, if you are, being in your own power and your talent and your skill set, that synergy is going to come through and attract more to help you create more opportunities for yourself. Synergy. You working with the universe, you working with your talent. And I'm also getting, please, please, please have a grateful mindset. I'm not saying be grateful for like all of the bad stuff that happened. And again, easier said than done, but be grateful for the little things. When you get up in the morning, be grateful. You have a roof over your head. You've got water. You've got coffee. There's the little things that, when you start seeing how abundant you are in the little ways, the universe is like, oh, so you recognize that you are abundant. All right, here's more. Here's more abundance. So sweetness to me is like, you're getting that sweet spot. You're finally getting to that point where you're like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know where I need to go. I know what I'm about. And that universe is just mirroring that for you and allowing you to work with it to move into the direction where you need to go. I love this. And like, I want to point out too, synergy to me is like you're finally in the creative space where you need to go, where you've wanted to go, right? Like this is that passion, that drive, that spark that lit the candle, lit the match. You're in that, what is it called, where you're like just in the creative vibe, where you're like in that, oh gosh. Anyway, if I come back to it, I'll sometimes my the words that I lose will come back to me later in the reading, but the vibe is what I'm getting. And it's like you're finally like in the creative mode where you're like focused and you're determined, and you're like just the vibe. That's the word I just keep wanting to come back to, is the vibe. Okay, let's keep going. We've got Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle here, and we have Valor. Look at the strength. Look at the success. She showed up to work today. Like, she knows what she's about. She knows that she can succeed in what she wants to succeed, and she did it in her authentic self and her authentic way. Like, she doesn't take anybody's crap. She knows what she's about, and she's got a dragon. I mean, she has a dragon across her shoulders. So you have conquered dragons. You have conquered your shadow self. You have processed. You have done all the things you need to do in order to move forward. You're not taking no in your head anymore. And again, I do want to point out, don't let negativity stop you from creating and going about where you want to go with this, because negativity is always going to be there, whether it's your own mind telling you you can't do it or no, or some other person just being a butt and telling you no. Negative comments, negative criticism, all of that stuff will happen regardless of what we do. We could be, solving a math problem and someone's like, that's not the way that you do that. So be authentically you. Don't let people tell you who you should be, what you should be doing, and how you should do it. If you have a particular way of going about this, this may be something brand new, something that somebody hasn't seen before. You might be paving a new path, right? And one person coming to you and saying, no, I don't like that. And then you internalizing it and stopping what you need to, what could be a new invention is ridiculous for that one person who didn't see your vision. So be authentically you. Do not settle for the opinions of sheep, because you have a dragon on your shoulders, okay? You are, oh, and more dragons. So inner strength. Yeah. So this is saying, like, call upon your inner strength, that you know that you have the capabilities to push through whatever you got to push through. Again, negativity is going to happen, and you might have self-doubt still. Push through it, okay? Listen to your intuition too, because sometimes we mistake intuition for our ego, or, like, you know, I say ego, but it really is that, like, that societal conditioning. So if this is something new, like a new invention, a new way of doing things, and your ego is sitting there saying, I don't think so, but you still have that drive and determination to keep wanting to do it, keep on, like, you're like, I just know that this is going to work, but your head is saying, does it though? Will it though? Keep going, because that's calling on your inner strength. You're listening to your intuition. You're listening to your gut, because you know somewhere deep down that this is going to be worth it for you, or it's going to work. So again, you can be in a couple different camps. This could be like a side hustle thing that turns into something great. This could be a money-making thing for you. This could just be a hobby, or this could be a brand new, you know, hobby that you've never done before. So take what resonates, but know that you're going to have to call upon those inner strength stores within yourself in order to get over the initial hump of the self-doubt, okay? And then your last one here is North Star. Yeah, so this is something you've been wanting to do for a while. It's calling you, okay? I don't know why, but I'm getting the whole Moana, the water, the ocean, it calls her, symbology in my head, the metaphor. So this is something that you've been attracted to, wanting to do for a long time, and it feels like home. It feels like it's like a part of you already. So please keep going. Please keep doing this. Please keep trying to figure it out, because there's a reason why you keep gravitating toward it. It could be anything, but a lot of it is creativity. And I feel like for half of you, if not more, it's going to be a side hustle. It's going to be something that, that you're going to be able to make money off of, but it's something that you are passionate about. Like, it's a passion project. That's the word, Natasha. Goodness sake. So keep going, keep following it, keep being guided toward it. If you keep being intuitively called to it, there's a reason. I give this example a lot. I've always been called to tarot. I've always been doing it. I stopped for like a period of time because, you know, I didn't feel like I was worthy enough. I picked it back up because I kept getting that call, and here I am. So keep going. All right, let's go to your Samhain Oracle here. First up, we've got elements. So it says, remember to feel the warmth pulsing through her womb. You are a child of mother. True harmony awaits you. So again, we have that imagery of womb. So creating, nurturing, give yourself some self-care time. Okay. That Empress energy of just nurturing yourself and allowing yourself to go through the process, go through the motions, and no judgment with it. But yeah, harmony is going to be a big part of this as well, because you're allowing that balance of, okay, well, I can do my 9 to 5, I can do my social norms, all of that, but I'm creating space for this. I'm creating time for this. And then you're going to start seeing how that's going to bring in more harmony with, you know, the universe and law of attraction, etc., etc. And then we have owl. So this could be a confirmation for some of you if owl is a animal for you. Behold sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. So for me, this confirms this, the shadow work and the underworld that we were talking about too, where it's like you kind of have to close your eyes to everything else and go within. But this is also wisdom to me. So looking at what you know and using your talents and skill sets and your wisdom and creating through that. Stop doubting yourself. That's what I keep wanting to say here. Stop doubting your abilities and your talents. Stop blocking it before you even begin. So owl, wisdom. You can also take this as a message from your spirit guides, from your spirit team, that this is the path that you should be taking, because owl, for me personally, it's one of my signifiers. So that's why I'm thinking that for a lot of you, it could be for that as well. So then we have the Talisman Oracle. We've got magical power. Yeah, trust in your intuition, trust in what you bring to the table, trust that you have the talents. Then we have growth of energy. More womb for me with this egg. So this is the growth, the birth of something new, the birth of a new opportunity, something that you've been incubating a while, something that you have been wanting to create for a while. So more confirmation. And then we have rebirth, which again confirms that. So yeah, new beginnings, new opportunities, a new way. This rebirth too, it's like almost like a transformation. So it's like you're shedding your old self-concept and self-image and what you thought of yourself, because you went through that process. You went through that hermit process, it's a shadow work, whatever you went through. And now you're like, I'm ready to be in this authenticity space, and I'm ready to create. I'm ready to be. I love this for you. And your last cards here are the Moonology messages. Yes. First up, we've got face your fears with the cold moon. So yeah, confirmation with all of that. So whether you were dealing with your shadow work, cold or dark night of the soul, or just dealing with your negative self-talk and your self-doubt and your self-concept, you're facing your fears. You're going for it. You're moving past it and through it. Then we have new moon with beginnings. We don't even have to talk about that anymore. More confirmation. And then the moon's moment, synchronicity. So you may be seen in the month of October through the whole thing. If not the month prior leading up to it, you might be seeing the synchronicity of like, okay, yeah, this is what I should be doing. So for instance, if you're writing a play, you might be getting, like you might have been creating the characters in your head, and there's a name that you were thinking of calling your characters, and out on the street, you hear that name being called. That's a synchronicity. If you are creating a painting and the subject matter is already in your mind of, I don't know, we'll just say lavender fields, and you know, you are watching TV and a commercial comes up with lavender fields, that's synchronicity. Etc., etc. Fill in the blank to how this will fit for you. But you're going to start seeing these synchronicities happen. Again, it is the confirmation you need to keep moving forward, and then more opportunities will come. So it seems like October is going to be a big month for you. I do feel like some of you have already gone through this shadow work process. However, there might be some of you that this is the confirmation you need to start moving through it and working through it. Now, shadow work isn't super scary. It's just going within. It's figuring out, okay, why am I feeling this certain way? Why am I having all of this self-doubt? And really sitting with it. Meditation helps. Just don't overdo it, especially all at once, because sometimes it can be very intimidating. But if you see yourself having a lot of triggers, it's time for you to go within and figure out, okay, where are these triggers coming from? Why am I feeling this type of way? Why am I reacting this way? And then you'll start seeing the confirmation that that's happening in a certain time frame, in a certain it's hard for me to explain it right now with the way my head is. But I do recommend going through shadow work, picking up a shadow work journal if you haven't already done so. If you don't really know what shadow work is, do some research and kind of go within and see why these feelings are coming up, what is going on, and processing through it. So that way you can stop self-doubts, self-negative talk, all of those things. If you were a child and someone always said that you weren't good enough, someone was always saying that your report cards weren't good enough, that you weren't putting in enough effort, even though you were doing it as to the best of your ability, that's shadow work. That's something that you work through, that it wasn't your fault. You were doing everything you could at that time, etc. I don't need to make this video longer. That was just an example. So anyway, all this to say, there's a lot going on for you emotionally that now you can work through that and put yourself in a more authentic state of being and self-concept. and create more opportunities and creative projects through that. Hobbies, side hustles, businesses, whatever it looks like to you, because this could be a lot of different things for a lot of different people. So I'm excited for you. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself some self-care and self-love. I love you and I like you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And thank you so much for understanding that I'm still recovering, but I'm getting this out for you guys. So if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful October, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my group number 2s, those of you who chose the Spoopy Tarot and or the Clear Quartz Skull. We're going to see what the overall message is for October and any advice with the cards, starting with the tarot and moving through with the oracle cards. So first up, this card is going to represent the overall message for October, and we've got, love that, we've got the Wheel of Fortune with this pumpkin guy. All right, and then the last tarot card is going to represent any advice moving through this energy, and we have the Four of Wands. Okay. So please forgive my voice. I am still recovering, but pushing through. All right. So overall message for October. If you have been in the down and outs, if you have been having just one thing after another happen, tables are turning, the wheel is turning, things are about to get better in the month of October. It is a new cycle. There is changes happening in October. More luck, better fortune. This is also a reminder that nothing is permanent. The wheel always turns. So, you know, what comes up must come down, and what comes down must come up. So if you've been having a hard time, it's about to get better. So this is also, since it's a cycle, since it's a wheel, to focus on what you can control, how you can continue the good luck, how you continue the better fortune. All right. So the other thing with this is what is meant for you will find you. What is meant for you will come for you. Nothing has passed you by that is meant for you. Okay. Nothing will ever pass you by that is meant for you. So if you've been feeling like you've missed your chance, if you've been feeling like certain things have passed you by, it will come back around. Okay. So things are about to look up for the month of October, and definitely a brighter side of life. Some of you will be experiencing a lot of changes here with this wheel. So expect to see some, I wouldn't call them big changes, but changes for the better. So you might be getting notifications for certain things coming your way. There might be better opportunities that are unexpected knocking at your door. Keep a lookout for all of that, because you never know what's going to happen with this Wheel of Fortune card. But again, I want to reiterate, focus on what you can control. All right. Which brings me to this Four of Wands here for the advice. So normally when we're talking about Four of Wands, it's, you know, talking about big life celebrations, marriage, graduation. It's also talking about the home life and a solid foundation and, you know, feeling stable. But when we're talking about it in the sense of the advice here, we're talking about gratitude. We're talking about celebrating the joy that you have, celebrating the little wins and the big wins that are coming for you, finding joy where you're at right now. So even if your wheel hasn't turned for the better just yet, there are things that you can still celebrate. I mean, the world has gone to the toilet at the moment, but we're still finding ways to celebrate the little things, to appreciate the little things. So as you appreciate and find joy in what you already have and where you're already at, the universe will start to provide you with more of that, which then turns the wheel into your favor. So look at how far you have come to with this Four of Wands. Look at all of the achievements that you've had. Look at everything that should be celebrated, because October is going to be a celebratory month for you. I have to point out too that there's a lot of birthdays in October, so a lot of you might be celebrating a lot of birthdays. So again, it could be very innocuous at a reading just like that, or it could be very big, like your life is changing for the big better. So again, take what resonates with you. But know you have stability with this Four of Wands. You've created stability in your home life. So no matter what way the wheel turns, because the universe is all about balance, we all will have ups and downs consistently. You've created balance or created stability. So therefore, no matter which way the wheel turns, there's always something to celebrate. There's always something good happening. It's focusing on the good, is focusing on the achievements, is focusing on the little wins that will create this turn wheel. But just know that this is a new cycle for you in October. Know that things are changing for the better, that good things are going to start coming in because you have worked so hard and you have done all of the footwork to get to where you're at, to create the stability. But also, there needs to be some balance in the work life and your social life, like your home life. Find balance between, not overdoing it at work and allowing yourself relaxation. So being able to not have to feel like you're doing all of the, like you're just go, go, go all the time. You're hustling all the time. Again, easier said than done. But finding that work and relaxing balance, because you need to, again, pour back into your cup. You cannot give from an empty cup, pour back into it. So you've created stability in your life. It's time to celebrate the little wins. It's time to celebrate the big wins. New cycle is coming. If you've been, I feel like a lot of you have been on the like things have just been getting not on the good side, and now your wheel is turning for the better. Okay, so look out for the good things that are coming your way, because you're celebrating and you're having gratitude and you're holding gratitude for your achievements, how far you've come, and everything that you have currently. All right, let's keep going. We've got the Halloween Oracle here. First up, we've got Protection Jack-o'-lantern. Oh, I love this. So yeah, you're protected. I love we have 2 pumpkins there, so that's confirmation for me. But protection, so you're protected. Everything's going to be okay. And you're allowed to have time for yourself, to feel protected in your home, to feel like your home is a calm, safe space. So allow yourself to make it your calm, safe space if you haven't done so already. Because this is like the little lantern that you put outside of your house on Halloween. So if you haven't created a safe space in your house, or your house is a safe space, do so. Put out a gratitude, put out offerings if that's part of your practice, because that will also not only make the house happy, but it will also make the house spirits happy, or your spirit team happy, whatever your practice is. But just know that this is confirming that this is a good cycle for you. This is a new cycle that's going to be good for you and good for your home life. Then we have a Skull of Stars here with infinite possibilities. Yeah, lots of new things coming your way because of where you're at here. Remember, I said to be grateful for how far you've come, to celebrate your wins. That's going to create more possibilities for you. It's going to create more opportunities for you, meaning more fortune for you. Remember, the universe is like a mirror, like attracts like. So if you, again, go watch number 1 if you haven't. I feel like you need to go watch number 1 after this. Lots of the same type of theme, but anyway, like attracts like. So if you put out into the world that you're worthy, that you're valid, that you're talented, that you're loved, the universe is going to show that to you and bring more of that into you. That if you are abundant, that you're thankful for everything, the universe is going to give you more things to be thankful for. It's not going to happen automatically, but it's going to happen. And you're going to start seeing the confirmation of those things happen. I'm telling you, try it. Try it for a week and see how your brain changes and how your view of life changes. Okay. Infinite possibilities are coming. More skulls. Okay. Also, there was another skull in the first group. So yeah, check out group number 1. So we have a skull of flowers creating through the ashes. Yeah. So you have definitely had a down and out. And now you are your ability to create through that, to move through that and persevere through that. You're creating out of the ashes. You're rising above it like a phoenix. I love this for you. All right, let's keep going. We have Anne Stokes' Gothic Oracle here. Skulls might be a theme here with the skull. More confirmation here. All right. So first up, we have Lifeblood. Interesting. And she's dressed like the Grim Reaper. So I do feel like this is a rebirth. Again, a new cycle. Lifeblood. I got to read from the book. Okay, so we have endings here. Yeah, so we're in a new cycle. A mysterious woman dressed in white holds a scythe and she contemplates the red rose in her hand. Skulls and skeletons can be seen swirling behind her in the shape of a luminescent, suggesting that with every ending comes a new beginning. Yeah, new cycle, new beginning here. All right. Toxic relationships or periods of hardship have a shelf life too. So not all endings are going to need to be tragic. They're welcomed. Okay, yeah. If you draw this card, then the lifeblood may be draining from a situation. There will always be times when endings are sad or unexpected, but this card also represents the need to consciously cut away those things or people that are unhealthy or have outstayed their welcome. In this sense, lifeblood can be a positive card, encouraging acute awareness and discernment. Knowing that when something is over, however challenging that might be, can be an asset in both your personal and professional life. An ending may be upon you, and knowing that is either necessary or unavoidable is this part of this card's message. The Reaper is not a figure to fear, but to respect and in some cases appreciate. Okay. Yeah. I love that. So yeah, there might be things that are ending, but it's a good thing for you because this is a good new cycle, creating more possibilities for you, moving through the ashes here. Next up, we've got Blue Moon. So blue moons are once in a blue moon, right? Once an opportunity. So this makes me think of luck again. And we have an owl here. We have a unicorn magic, the owl with wisdom, listening to your inner guidance. Ooh, blue moon. Just more luck here. I love that. So this is a good period for you. Good endings. You may have been cutting people off too. Some of you might be have cut people off to create that stability for you. So I love that. All right. And then we have a light in the darkness. More protection here. Also, again, light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm getting here. So like you've been through it. You have been in your dark period or a hardship, and now you're moving into this new cycle of opportunity and abundance here. So you are protected, as well as you cut the people out that need to be cut out. And if you haven't done so already, you already know who those people are in your head that we're talking about, and you need to have a conversation. All right. Next up, we have the Samhain Oracle, and we've got Broom. What dreams may come from what you seek, make room, make way, a clearing may be. So brooms are used to sweep away negativity, toxicity. I use mine at my doorstep. I sweep it all the time to create the cleansing and to create space to bring in more abundance into the home. So this is saying this is a cleansing time. Cleanse what you need to cleanse. Get rid of things that no longer serve you. When you are wanting to bring in new opportunity and you feel like things have been stagnant, a big tip is to get rid of things that are no longer what you want to see or go about into your new cycle. So for instance, if you're holding on to things from past relationships that you have no use for, get rid of it so that you can bring in a new relationship. If you are holding on to things that, were symbols of who you don't want to be anymore. If it's clothes, makeup, little figurines, whatever the case may be, get rid of it, let it go, and that creates space for new things to come in for you. So keep that in mind when you're doing your cleansing, because it's not just about like taking smoke cleansing or sound cleansing or crystals around and cleansing your space or the broom. It's also about creating physical space, clearing it out to allow more to come in. So garage sale season, donate season, sell that stuff on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, make some coin for it. Allow space to open up for you. Clean out a drawer, clean out a closet space, and see what comes in after that. And your last one here is intuition. You hold the answers. You know the truths. Ancient ones await behind the doors of the mind. Take some time to tap into your intuition. This to me also is suggesting that you have space for your gratitude practice. So for this, Four of Wands that we were talking about, being grateful for your achievements, being thankful, holding space and manifesting that way. That's part of your intuition. You already know what you need to do to provide that for yourself. So some of you, it is meditating. Some of you, it is writing in a journal. Some of you is scripting. Some of you, it's divination during the morning. Finding and connecting back to your spiritual practice will help this new cycle too, because you are tuning in and you are connecting to the universe and you're connecting to your spirit team to help guide you through this. So very much connect to your intuition, feel your way through this. And I feel like you were feeling your way through previously when you were going through the hard stuff. All right. You were tapping in because now you know what you need to cut out, what you need to cleanse, what you need to let go of in order to bring more in. All right, let's keep going. We've got the Talisman Oracle here. Eternal Charisma. Interesting that came up. Oh, so this makes me feel like you are definitely going to be bringing in the right people because you have the right attitude now. You're going to be bringing in the right things that you need because you have the right outlook. Eternal charisma. Like, how like there's just that one person that that like, God, they can get away with anything. They can get they get free stuff all the time because they're so nice and they know how to talk to people. Tap into that power, right? Being grateful and positive will create that charisma for you. All right, next up we've got happiness. More confirmation there. Just being in your own power, knowing that you're loved and worthy, knowing that you have everything you need right now. The universe will provide, brings in happiness. Financial security, boom. Love to see that. We are working towards this in October. Manifest it. And then we have confidence. Be confident in who you are and what you want. Again, I'm going to say it, easier said than done. I know. But when you tap into that confidence because you know who you are and you know where you've been and you know what you have achieved, it automatically gives you that confidence because you don't have to fake it. You can be yourself in your space. Some of us have to go through a few tough things to find our voice and to find our confidence and to find out who we truly are. And it looks like you've been going through that and going through a cycle similar. So now you have the confidence to achieve what you want to go after because you know what you want now and you know what you don't want. The biggest step to knowing what you want and where to go is knowing what you don't want. All right, let's keep going. Your last deck here to look at, we've got the Moonology messages. So self-regulation with this exalted moon. So this might be something that you were working on, processing through. Self-regulation is kind of hard. It's like knowing how we feel in the moment, knowing where we need to focus our attention to. It could be emotional regulation. It could be nurturing and self-care regulation. Self-care regulation in order to move through the darkness, right? And move through the bad things and kind of allow ourselves to have that clear-headed perspective to move forward. Self-regulation can be hard. It's kind of like telling yourself, being stern with yourself, I should say. Yeah, okay, I had to just double check that I was going in the right direction intuitively here. So yes, in the situation you're asking about, your superpower is that you can regulate your emotions. That doesn't mean suppress them. It means you can feel all your feelings and process them and let them move through you. You can just be. This gives you power and that confidence. Remember, as within, so without. In other words, when you're filled with tumultuous inner emotions, your external life is likely to reflect that. However, pulling this card suggests that no matter what you've been going through, being at peace with your feelings is the key to success. Even if your feelings are intense, breathe through them so they don't cause outward turbulence. That is your magic. Think of yourself as a sorceress or sorcerer and stay centered now. For best results, bring compassion, empathy, and unconditional love to your current situation. You have all that you need to sort the situation out. In fact, you even have the upper hand. However, you need to use that advantage wisely. You may be, God, I can't read. You may need to take the emotional lead. Be a good example for others. So keep your feet on the ground. Ask what would nourish me, in this situation. Emotional honesty is called for. Allow someone else to express their emotions, and slow and steady wins the race. All right. Next card, changes, Quicksilver Moon. I mean, that just confirms that we are in a new cycle. We were talking about changes is coming. So what I love about this is it's like the Swan, what is that? Swan Lake ballet? Swan Lake? Is that what it's called? Sure. Anyway, Ugly Duckling turns into a swan story as well. So yeah, it's like things are happening for you in a positive way. And your last card here is drawing down the moon, knowledge. Again, kind of like that intuition card there, going within, you have all the answers that you need, more wisdom and knowledge here with that owl. You have the keys to make this the best cycle yet. You know what you need to do. You know where you need to go and how to change things and what you need to let go of. All of that stuff, you have the power to do that. So it's going to be an interesting month for your October because I see very, very good things coming your way. Just let go of what you need to let go of. Be thankful and grateful for how far you've come and what you have achieved in order to create this wonderful new cycle. So I hope this resonated. If it did, let me know down in the comment section. Check out group number 1 if you feel called to, because it's very, it's in the same field with this message here. Continuation of this message, I should say, really. So with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you have not done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your month, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my group number 1s, those of you who chose the Hocus Pocus Tarot and or the Moss Agate Witch Broom. We're going to see what message we need to hear for the month of October here. First with the tarot, then diving deeper with the Oracle cards. So I do apologize for my voice, and if I'm breathing heavy, I'm recovering from everything still, so I have to push through it in order to function. So nevertheless, we persist. So let's go. The first card is going to represent the overall message for the month of October, and we have the Hanged Man or Suspension in this deck. All right. And the last tarot card we've got is the advice to move through this energy, and we have Miss Winifred herself, the Magician. Okay. So for the month of October, this is a time to pause, to slow down, like an intentional pause, because we need to kind of see what direction and step we need to take next. And we can't do that if we're in our hamster wheel. So this is an intentional time out for the month of October, goodness. So what that means could be different to each and every one of you, since this is a general reading. You could be feeling like your business is stagnating right now. You can be feeling like you are stagnating as a whole and you need to pause and take a time out. Or you've been going so much on the go in a little hamster wheel that you can't see where you need to go next because you're just go, 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 do, do, do all the time. And now you need to take this pause and time out so your body can rest and heal and you can see where you need to go next and what you need to kind of sift through in order to give your life more ease. Okay. So this is really asking you to shift your perspective, and you can't shift your perspective if you're doing the same thing consistently and constantly. So this is an intentional time out, an intentional pause. And sometimes our businesses stagnate or we stagnate because the universe kind of sees it as like, we need you to take care of yourself. We need you to stop for a moment, take a pause, take care of yourself. We'll work in the background while you take care of yourself. Okay. Again, I'm feeling like this could be a couple different camps, but things are coming through. So take what resonates. So if you don't see like a bunch of uptick in your business, if it's just consistent and it's staying where it is, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Don't take it as a bad thing, because it might just be an indication that you need to rest and relax and recuperate. And it's kind of like the universe saying, this is a timeout. This is just a pause so you can get everything back together where you need to be emotionally, mentally, and physically, so that you are ready for the ramp up that's going to be happening. I know a lot of us are starting to feel the TikTok of the holiday season coming. And a lot of you who work retail or in the customer service industry know the routine. October is when it starts to pick up. So if you're not seeing an increase in business, but you're still going at the normal rate, that's awesome. Don't freak out. Don't worry just yet, because you're going to have an uptick soon. So this is saying right now, take it easy, take a step back so that you can take care of yourself, so that when you need to go again, you have the skills and the capacity to do so. So this is also saying there's a shift in perspective that needs to be happening right now. There's something that you need to shift away from and look to next, looking at your life in a certain way, or looking at your job, relationship, whatever this looks like to you. This is an intentional pause, time out, so that you can look at things in a new perspective. The transformation is happening, especially with this Magician card as an advice here. There's a shift happening, but you need to take this time and give it space and be okay with the inactivity. You need to find peace in the fact that you need to take the time out, because I'm telling you, November and December are going to be quick moving for you, and you need to rest and find peace in this now, so that you have the capacity to keep up and to keep going in the next couple of months. And it could be an emotional thing too. It's not necessarily having to do with business. It can be emotional capacity too, because it's holiday season coming up, and a lot of times we have to deal with family situations that aren't always pleasant. They can be emotionally taxing. Some of us have to be in closeted spaces for our safety. So that could be a situation that you need to, mentally and emotionally prepare for. So this is a shift and a pause. Okay. But find peace in the inactivity, because soon things are going to ramp up. Now, I say all this because I'm covering the bases, the things that come up in my head, because somebody is going to find confirmation in it. If it comes up in my head, it means I need to spit it out. So again, it will probably be different for a lot of you, because again, this is a general reading. But point being is, this is a peaceful pause, because when you are ready, you will know when you need to get moving again with this Magician energy. You will take the necessary action when the time is right. And you have the skill set and the talent you need in order to achieve the goals that you set out to do. So if we're going back into the business point of view, you will know when you need to take that action. and you have the skills that you need to get through it and to be successful through it. If we're talking about emotional situation, you will know intuitively when the time is right to take that action and that step forward. And you have the skill set and the knowledge within you in order to handle that situation. And if it's a family situation, you can think on it and see whether it is acceptable for you to continue going to those events, if it's going to be safe for you to go to those events, if it's going to be taking the action to cut those people out. You'll know because you had this pause and this time to think. Again, in society nowadays, it doesn't seem to be the acceptable thing to do, to take timeouts, to take breaks, to pause for a period of time, to relax even. Right now, there's a lot of us that have to do 2 to 3 extra jobs, side hustles, and all of this stuff. So it's hard to take that time out. That's not what we should be doing, but that's a different video. It is important for our bodies and our mental health to take this time out. So if it is a break, if it is a vacation, if it is just mentally checking out for an hour a day, whatever this is a time out from what your normality is, what your go is, because it is needed. And then when you are intuitively ready, you will know when to take the action and what you need to do. Intentional, inspired action. Again, the magician is a master manifester. So you'll be able to manifest what you want to bring in. So work with the universe, work with the law of attraction, work with your spiritual practice, whatever it looks like to you, whatever you relate with. If it's meditating on the next steps, that's inspired action. Remember, inspired action isn't forced. It's not something that you need to do. It's an idea that is intuitively coming to your head. It's that little thing that's like, oh, I'm going to go here today when you normally don't. Or I'm going to go here at a different time. It's not forced. It's like, I need to sit down. I need to write a list of things to do and do those things. It's inspired. It's like an aha moment. I really feel like doing this right now. So the magician is all about that. And it's putting you on the path to your manifestation. So take time out, take a pause, but know that things are working behind the scenes to help get you ready for what's coming. All right. And shifting your perspective will happen when you take this time out and when you take this pause, and allowing yourself to just surrender to the universe, surrender to the flow, whatever it looks like to you. Because when the time is right, you'll know when you need to start doing the actions again, when you need to start being more inspired and moving forward and that sort of a thing. So let's keep going with your oracle cards to see what else we can see. And we have the Halloween oracle up first. Joy, rejoicing in the present. So this kind of goes with the whole shifting your perspective and being in the present, meditating. But this is also being grateful for where you're at, or where you're how far you've been. If you haven't watched group number 1 or even group number 2, I highly suggest, if one of those call to you, go and check them out, because it's very much, a similar vibe. Law of attraction, being grateful for what you have and how far you've come, and more will come to you. Finding joy and being present in the moment. Not worrying about the past or what you need to do next in the future. Pause, meditate, reflect. Be happy in the moment. We have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. All right. So when you get to this time out, a lot of times when we meditate and when we focus on our spiritual practices and our rituals and that sort of a thing, we can find the acceptance. We can find, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And then when we accept, okay, this is my day right now, and this is what I'm dealing with, then we can shift our perspective and be like, okay, well, now I can move on to the next thing. I can focus on what next to do. And equality too, like if you're dealing with things that you feel is not equal for you, again, shift your perspective, take a pause, take a time out, and then that will allow you to see where you need to move on next to, or how you need to approach the situation to where you can get the quality that you need, right? Because sometimes when we're just going, we don't have the capacity to think clearly, or we're on autopilot and like we don't have the brain capacity to figure out what the next best option is for us. It's just autopilot all the time, or it is, you know, we can't make quick decisions that would be the best decisions for us at that time. So the pause and the shift in perspective is going to benefit with not only with accepting the situation as is, but also moving forward to see what you need to change to better your situation. Okay. Your next one is Zombie with Control. Okay, so the thing about this zombie card is that the thing about zombies is it's like that in, what is it called? Animated. It's an animated corpse, but oh gosh, I can't think of the correct terminology. But anyway, you're moving without thinking because you're not controlling your actions. So this is kind of saying, like, don't be in that zombie mindset of just on autopilot. You kind of need to break away from that now and shift your perspective, because the autopilot isn't serving you, because it's not allowing you to have and be in this magician energy of being able to think about new things and new directions and new ideas and creating space for that. Being on autopilot, you're doing the same thing every day. It's a Groundhog Day situation. So what can you do to break out of it? Well, you can take a pause, you can take a time out, and you can meditate, and you can shift and surrender that autopilot control, surrender all of that in order for you to see what will open up for you next. All right, let's keep going. We have the Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle here. The Truth. Ooh, and it's a dragon behind there too. The Sword of Truth here. So when you take this time out, like we were talking about, meditate, pause, whatever, again, the case may be, being with yourself in general, relaxing, you see what really is. So this is allowing you to see the truth in your situation, or the truth about what you need to see, the truth about, you know, your relationships, work, you name it. Again, this is a general reading here, but it's going to allow you to see the truth of the matter and what you need to do next. And sometimes that can be intimidating, but the truth is the truth is the truth. And when we find the truth, we can find acceptance, and then we can move forward from that. Next, we have Beyond the Veil. Seeing beyond the veil, seeing what we need to see that was hidden. So again, autopilot, going. We don't get to see that. We aren't being able to listen to our intuition to guide us forward and see what we need to see. This is also a yin yang situation here, which indicates balance and harmony. And there's not a lot of balance going on if you need to take this time out to pause. But again, there's also that word patience that came out. So having patience for yourself and the situation you're in is going to also be important to find the harmony, to slow down, to allow yourself to wait for what's to come, wait for the right moment. That brings about balance and harmony too. You need to call upon those things in order to allow yourself to have that patience. It's hard. I know I am empathizing because I can relate. And sometimes we want to accomplish certain goals so bad that we just refuse to stop. And when we keep doing that, we wear ourselves out to the point of exhaustion, to where we can't tap in. So this is saying tap back in, find the harmony, find the balance between your day-to-day and your home life and your spirituality. Find the balance so that you can tap back in and listen to where you need to go next. And your last one here is Gothic prayer. I feel like this has to do a lot with tapping back into your spirituality and your spirit team, asking for help should you need it. Sometimes it's hard for us to reach out when we absolutely need it. I'm raising my hand for that one. It's hard. And sometimes you have to relinquish control when you do so. Again, that control word coming back up. So this is saying, allow people to help you, allow people to give you guidance, and allow yourself to tap back into your spiritual team to help with that as well. I'm going to read from the book just in case I'm off, but that's what I'm getting from the intuition part of that. So hope, so very similar to what I was picking up. To receive this message is to remember that there is light on the horizon, however dark and cloudy your personal landscape might feel at this time. You may have been consumed by work and feel unable to see an end to pressure and demands. Perhaps financial obstacles have weighed heavily on your shoulders, or you've become overwhelmed by the problems of others. We all need aspirations. If you have drawn this card, then you are being advised not to give up hoping that yours will eventually manifest. Gothic prayer usually arrives at a time when we are feeling lost and unsure of whether to continue. However, for this very reason, it symbolizes the need to carry on and believe in a better time. Whether you have been down on your luck or simply feeling unmotivated, this card is a beacon of light at the end of the tunnel, providing something for you to look forward to. I've got fuzzies on my nail because I used spray adhesive and it got on there, so dog hair and all of that, that's fun, sorry. So, looking forward to something. Having hope that things are going to work out the way that they should. I don't see any reason to say that anything's going to not work out better than where you're at right now. Okay, let's keep going with your Samhain Oracle here. We got 3. Reflection. Very much confirmation of that hangman here. Be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut, for they are mirrors of the mad and truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue. So this is a reflective period when you take time out. It's a time to reflect. What do you want to continue doing? What do you want to let go of? What do you see as toxic? What do you see as needing to be tweaked and changed? And, the things that you want to, that are used, the things that you see as positive and that are working, keep doing it. The things that you need to let go of, this is the time to do so. Okay, reflected period. Then we have transformation. Like 1,000 storms held in hands soft against the wind, there is change rising from deep within. So yeah, this will allow that transformation to happen. What you want to see changed will change. You can go through this transformation too. Again, this is going to hit different for different people. Then we have nature spirits. On your toes, twirl and twirl until you're ready to take flight. They arrive in the winds beneath your wings and speak through the swaying of the trees. I'm getting like play from this as well, but she's also in a bed, and that's making me think of you resting and recuperating and pausing and taking a time out. Just because I'm thorough. If you have pulled nature spirits, it could be because you have overlooked details in the daily grind. There are small things in your life that are sacred but have not been given their proper space. This could be a family member or a project in your home. It could be yourself. When was the last time you felt genuine joy, had a big belly laugh, or felt truly loved and supported? You are being asked to be mindful of the little things in your life. These little things are calling for you, desperate for your attention. They are a reminder that it is the small things in life that also make the world go round. So yeah, having time for those small things. And again, yeah, playfulness, also sacred. So giving yourself that sacred space and time to rest and recuperate and meditate and tap in. Also being grateful for the little things that have gone right, have worked out. Again, confirmation with this joy card here. Let's keep going with your talisman oracle cards. We have courage. Having courage to take that time out, having courage to speak up that you need to be speaking up, having courage to find that truth and keep going with that and that authenticity. Success. So there's confirmation that this pause will turn into success for you, going through this transformation and this change and this pause. Success is on the other side of it. Blessed day. Abundance, that sun with that joy and that happiness. Yeah, I literally don't see anything negative coming out of these cards, anything to look out for. Good fortune. I mean, boom, there it is. Wonderful. All right. And your last cards here from the Moonology messages. And we have stay in integrity, stay in your truth, stay in your authenticity. Seek healing, meditate, go within, tap into your spirit team. This time out is going to help with your regulation, with your recuperation, with your rejuvenation, and let you see what you need to see. And then take a breath. I mean, very much so. It's allowing you to take a breather. And when we breathe, it's a cleansing thing. It's a cleansing breath. So, very interesting month for you, group number 3s. I don't see anything that you need to look out for other than you need to take this time out. Take a breath and a break. See things in a new perspective to help shift into where you want to be next. And take the inspired action, not forced action. Forced action is like going to work every day because you have to go to work every day. Inspired action is going on a break and going into, a new store that you haven't been into to get inspiration. Inspired action is doing something that you feel called to do. Forced action is, forcing yourself to do something. Who wants to force themselves to do something, right? So try that out. I hope this resonates. October is going to be a healing month for you. Very healing month. And it's worth it for you to take a breather. All right, I hope this resonated. Like I said, thank you so much for sticking it out with me in my voice in my recovery period. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you'll never miss an upload from me. And let me know if it resonated in the comments, what group you chose. All right, and go check out the other groups too. I think you might find more messages that fit for you as well there. So anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.